ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पक्ष्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। I think the fifth verse, 3 to 5 we saw last time. Any questions, clarifications, or shall we go ahead? It's pretty straightforward. What is the whole thing he had said? Okay, about knowing the truth, what happens? Pretty straightforward. Any questions on this, or shall we go ahead? Go ahead. Okay. Then comes a very nice verse, very often used in some aartis. It's also used to welcome a sadhu, etc. So, very nice verse. वेदांत विज्ञान सुनिश्चितार्थाः संन्यास योगाद् यतयः शुद्ध सत्वाः ते ब्रह्मलोकेषु परांत काले परामृता परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे. We are talking about the end of a wise person, okay? What happens at samadhi when the wise person dies, in other words. Okay? You can call it samadhi, you can call it death, you can call it what it is, okay. As far as the wise person is concerned. You can call it dropping the body, you can call it moving on. Whatever you are comfortable with. So, how is a wise person? First, that it says, Vedanta Vijnana Arthaha Sunishchitaha. One who has ascertained very well what is the meaning of Vedanta Vakyas. That Vedanta is very clear for them. As I always say, Vedanta is not a book that you are studying. Vedanta is about you. Okay? What we are studying in Vedanta is you, nothing short of that. Vedanta is a pramana for you to know yourself. Therefore, that artham sunishchitam, you are very clear about what Vedanta is talking about. That means what? I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman is clear. That is the clarity. I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman is clear. You know, when you start your studies in the beginning, you will say, I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Why? Because the Shastra says it. Later on, the Shastra says I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman because I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, not the other way around. Once the knowledge is clear, this is how it comes. Okay? Until then, you are still studying. Okay? Therefore, Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitartha. Sannyasa Yogad Yataya Shuddha Sattva. Yatayaha. Yatna Shilavan. Those who are putting in appropriate, adequate efforts. For what? To understand Vedanta. But sattva is your mind, your antakarna, your inner makeup. Shuddham, they have been completely cleared. How? Sannyasa yoga, by the lifestyle of sannyasa. Here, the Upanishad is highlighting sannyasa. What is sannyasa? Exclusive pursuit of this knowledge. You are pursuing this knowledge to the exclusion of everything else. But I have other things to do. Okay, finish them. Complete them. Yeah. It may take 10 years, 15 years, so what? Let it take 15 years. You have to see your children grow up, get married, settle in their careers, etc. Do that, it's okay. Yeah. But at 80, go and come and tell me I'm waiting for my grandchild to deliver his child. Okay. If it is your luck to see it, great. If it is not, great. Yeah. Therefore, that is why in the ashrama dharma system, in the system of ashrama dharmas, you started your life as a brahmachari, student. Okay? You are committed to the study and nothing else. Study means what? All types of study, not spiritual studies. Spiritual studies formed a small part. It is not that all old Gurukulas taught Vedanta to all kids who came in. They didn't. They didn't. Ishvara Jnanam was given, knowledge of Ishvara, lifestyle, Karma Yoga, all this was taught. Not more than that. Not more than that. Then other professional qualifications were gained. Gurukula was meant for professional qualification. Now, some Gurukulas were big enough to have multi-disciplines. Some didn't have multi-disciplines, depending upon the size of the Gurukula. So, you started your life preparing for life, brahmachari. Then 18 years of education, 12 years of education. Then you came back. Then became a grahastha. Got married. Had children, etc. Children grew up. They came back from the Gurukula, your children. Then what? Time for you to become a Vani. Your kids are settled in life. Vanaprastha ashrama, the third ashrama. I retire. I take a step back. Let the next generation take over. Final stage, sannyasa. That vanaprastha is getting you ready to leave and let go of things. Then you take sannyasa, exclusive pursuit of the truth. That's it. और क्या बाकी है? Your children are taken over, running the show. What do you want to do now? Sit on their heads, or until they get fed up of you. Otherwise, it will happen like this, I took somebody to my astrologer friend. Okay. Another person is doing very well. Very nice question. That is the time when one requires support health-wise. If you have lived your life well, you won't have any major health issues. The problem is we don't live our life well. That is the problem. We do not live our life well. We abuse our life. We abuse our health. Someone whom I know passed away. He is barely 62. Very well read, scholarly. At 62 he passed away. Why? He believed in the good life. खाओ पियो मजा करो. Eat fried food every day. Once in a way it's okay, but every day, high fat cooking. Whatever you cook, vegetarian, non-veg, all high fat. Smoking away like a chimney. I'm not joking. Smoking away like a chimney. 6 months back, he was admitted to a clinic for some tests. So the nurse is drawing blood from one hand and the other hand is having a cigarette and smoking away. Old age we need support. Yeah, there are exceptional cases, of course. Like if you have some dementia, this, that, etc. That's a different thing, age related. But those are few cases. No, Swamiji, every case nowadays is like that. Every case nowadays is like that because not taking care of your health. Those who take care of your health and still get it, it's some karmic thing. Yeah. I know someone like that. He was fit and fine, a mariner. Everything was fine. But dementia, now what to do? You took care of everything, but karmically it happened. Karmically it happened. Those are all exceptions to the rule. Now they have become the norm. They become the norm because we don't exercise. We don't have any control on what we are eating. That is why all this problem comes up. Nowadays, what is Indian life? Surat no jaman, Kashi no maran. Yeah, Surat, the food is great. No one denies it. The type of sweets you get. Yeah. Fantastic. Soaked in ghee, but घी का बिना स्वीट्स बनते हैं क्या? कैसा हो सकता है? How can you have sweets without ghee? So a double whammy, ghee on one side, fat on one side, sugar on the other side. Every day. So I tell the people, you supposed to eat in Surat and die in Kashi. But if you eat like that in Surat, you will not reach Kashi. You will die before that. So this is the thing. So the same thing with this guy, same thing with all of us. Take care of your health, you'll be fine. It is not rocket science. It's simple. Yeah. You need functional fitness. At 70, you need not run a marathon. Yeah, I mean, you can if you want to, but you need not. But do you have functional fitness? Yeah. No, I am not fit enough to go into the Himalayas. It's okay, you don't have to go into the Himalayas. You just have to sit and study and understand and know the truth. That functional fitness. So go for a little walk every day and things like that. Enough. It's very few of us who will not have that. And to those who will not have that, I have my own ways of helping them. Excuse me. Of helping them to gain the knowledge. It's possible. For sannyasa yoga, shuddha sattva, yatayaha, shuddha sattva, minds are clear. Yeah. Satish bhai, mind if I use you as an example? No problem. You're muted. You have to unmute.
Sorry, Swamiji, I don't know if my sound works at all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
can you hear me now?
Yes, Satish bhai.
Yeah. So I said your using my example is my pleasure.
Okay. Now Satish bhai is a classical case. Surat no jaman. So 20 years back, he came with me to a trip in the Himalayas and he suffered a heart attack in Rishikesh. Luckily, his son-in-law is a doctor and was right there. So they advised him, bypass this, that, etc. He said, forget all that. I will take care of it. Lifestyle changes and medication. And is perfectly functionally fit. Every Sunday, he comes for my class all the way from Warsaw to Bandra. He is there. Before COVID, he used to travel all the way to Grant Road in town for a late evening class.
And he dreams I used to even go to US and all.
Exactly. So, classical example of someone. How old are you, Satish bhai, if you don't mind me asking?
41 model.
Okay.
1941 ka model hai.
There you are.
So 82, 83.
So, even though first 50, 60 years, his lifestyle was not very healthy. Okay. But after that, He turned it around. He turned it around. So what to talk of somebody who's been relatively taking care of their health right from the time they're 20s, 30s, 40s? No, but I'm already 70, what to do now? Start now. Your quality of life can improve at any age. Yeah. So that is it. So it is not that you're always in require of great help, etc. How do you think our ancients survived? Our ancestors, how did they survive? They didn't have all modern medicine, thank God. Ayurveda is more preventive in nature than curative. Ayurvedic medication is there, but they are not meant for emergencies. Ayurveda is more curative, more preventive in nature. But follow it and you're healthy. Yeah. So, at the end of our life, everyone was supposed to take sannyasa. Why? Everything taken care of, now nothing but focused pursuit of the truth. I have 20 years left, I am 60 now. 20 years to milega, 20 years will be there, aram se for everyone. So, focused pursuit of the truth. 20 years is a long time to get it. Therefore, sannyasa yoga yatayaha shuddha sattva te parantakale, at the final dissolution, final death. Why is it called final death? Because most death are only moving on to the next life. Most of us, when we die, it is not final. Why? You go to another dimension, take a break, then come back to pick up the threads again. Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. Yeah. Good question. How does it work for couples? Okay. Sannyasa is, see, the spiritual journey is alone to the alone, all alone. Why? Let us say as a couple, you went to an ashram, which is fine. A lot of couples come to the ashram. You have been married for 30, 40 years. Tell me, if you are married for 30, 40 years or you are together for 30, 40 years, how much sticking on is there? Even if there is some amount of sticking on with each other, finally each of you have to understand it. No? It is not that if you understand it, your partner will also understand. Or if your partner will understand, you will understand. Each of us has to understand. Each of us have to own it in our lives. Each of us have to work out what is inside here. So generally, in our tradition, when a couple comes and one of them wants to take sannyasa, the other one should be ready to let go. We don't give sannyasa unless the other one is more or less ready. Some persuasion, etc., we can help with, but generally. Unless both of you are 60 plus, 70 plus, then we'll say it doesn't matter anymore. Even though in the Indian situation, marriage is supposed to be until beyond death also, okay? Yeah, you had a question, Sandra.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah?
So what about duty of care, for example?
Duty of?
Care with your partner.
Yeah,
A little bit
that's what I'm saying. That duty and responsibility to each other is loosened up. Yeah, is loosened.
Okay.
Otherwise, why will anyone take sannyasa? See, as a couple you can study. As a couple you can understand. As a couple you need not take sannyasa. But you can have that pursuit of the truth without, because you are free from other responsibilities. You have freed yourself, you have taken care of that. So now you are pursuing the truth, nothing else. But you are still continuing as a couple. That's fine. A minute. My connection has a bit of a problem. I will come back. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, good. My connection sometimes gives a problem, but I can never be sure when it gives a problem. So, as a couple, you can study Vedanta, you can come to know the truth, you can live together, but your lifestyle will be more or less like a sannyasi only, no? Because you are pursuing the truth. There is hardly anything else in life. Everything else has been taken care of. It's just that you are giving each other company. That's it. That's fine. That's not an issue. You are not wearing the robes. That's all. No? Lifestyle is same. Robes are only an external sign. It's the commitment that matters. So if that is there, it's fine. And yeah. Well, question is sannyasa is not necessary for moksha? Yeah, you can say that sannyasa is not necessary for moksha. Karma yoga lifestyle is necessary, definitely. So that letting go, etc., that comes in karma yoga is necessary. The final step of taking the robes you may not do. Though here he has said sannyasa yoga, okay? So there is a place for sannyasa in this. Why? Because if you want to get it 100%, can you give it 100%? I am not saying take sannyasa at 30 or 40. I am not saying give it 100% at 30 and 40. I am saying give it 100% at 70. Yeah. I mean, at 70, what do you think is left in your life at about 70? And maybe we should hear from the people who are 70 plus here. What is left in your life? If I know all of them, all my students well, oh, you have some children and grandchildren to go to, spend some time with them. At 70 plus, are you still doing a consultancy? See, by the time you retire, you have reached your optimum knowledge, etc. Another 10 years, new things have come. You are not wanted anymore. I'm telling you. Because you are not that much in touch with what's happening. You took a consultancy to feel productive. So in 10 years, the consultancy also disappears. So at 70, what is left? Yeah, you want an independent life, therefore some investments, etc. you have to take care of. At 70, are you going to be invested in the stock market or something safer like mutual funds or FDs and things like that? So how much does that require taking care of? I mean, let's talk about practical in today's life, okay? How much does that require taking care of? An hour or so a month? Because finance is important. You want independence. Okay, fine, good. And then your health requires some taking care of. So regular walking, some yoga, this, that, etc. Good. All right. Let us say walking and yoga for 1 hour every day. Either alternate days walking, alternate days yoga. Or morning, evening, 2 hours gone. What are you going to do the remaining time that you have? When you are walking, you are catching up with your friends. You are spending time home with your partner. Or you are both going for a walk together. You still have 8 to 10 hours every day. What are you going to do? Watch TV. 1 to 500, 500 to 1. 1 to 500, 500 to 1. And crib, there is nothing interesting. What are you doing? Tell me. You have 8, 10 hours a day. What are you doing? Sannyasa yoga dhyatayah shuddha sattva. I know. Nobody is going to study or meditate and contemplate 8 to 10 hours. 2-3 घंटा करेगा. Listen to one video. Contemplate morning and evening. Samjhi, no time for that. No time. I'm talking about 8 to 10 hours available in your life. What are you saying, no time? What are you busy with? Tell me, what are you busy with? I'm talking of 70 plus people, okay? Swamiji, you don't know, we have to run a house. Typical housewife argument. I also run a house, okay? Maids run it. No, I don't like a maid cooking. So at 70, you're still stuck on your tongue over it. No, I'm used to this. Get out of your conditionings. What do you mean I'm used to this? Get out of your stupid conditioning. That's all. Don't give me that as an excuse. You're deluding yourself, nobody else. Yeah, that's all. You're deluding yourself. But Swamiji, so many years I'm used to this. Isn't the time you dropped it? I can't. Then wallow in your house. Be a householder, literally. Sit down holding to your house and you're this. Don't try to know the truth. Forget it. Next lifetime. Yeah, I'm calling a spade, okay? Yeah. I agree, we all like certain things in certain ways. We all are like that. Speaker included, okay? But are you going to prevent that from doing what you have to do? Yeah. Are you really going to let it prevent you from doing what you have to do? Is that you want things in this manner more important than your moksha? If it is, get out of the class right now. You are wasting your time and my time. Really? If that is more important than your moksha, why are you wasting time? Yeah. Like I have one student here. She is attending the class here. This Swamiji, can you take it 3-4 times a week? The Gita? At least 3 times a week. I wish I could. But probably I'll get only one student. And right now, because I'm setting up the ashram, I will not be able to do it. Once I set up the ashram, there will be classes every day. People can log in and attend any amount of classes you want to attend. I will make that facility available. Couple of years. That's it. Because we have good Wi-Fi, everything there. We have a Geo tower just outside. So the and cable Wi-Fi, much better than my dongle. Very good. Fiber I'll get. Yeah, we pick up places thinking of all these also, So that is what he means. That sannyasa yoga is that pursuit, exclusive pursuit, very committed pursuit, where you don't let other things come in your way. That's why they say get out of the house. Why? As long as you're in the house, you will want things this like this, that like this, that like that. All the natakbaji of your mind will start. All the drama of your mind will start. It has to be like this only. Maid has not come today. Maid has not come, doesn't come. Maid has come, not come, okay, it is all right. Ask your children what they will do. They are freer than you are. No problem, Amazon is there now. No, what is that? Swiggy. Swiggy is there, not Amazon. Swiggy is there now. How long does it take to rustle up something for 1 or 2 people? Really? I kept something on the cooker, turned it off and started the class. How long does it take? No, but I don't like it like that. I want it like this. Hey, God, a slave to your tongue at 70. Take a good hard look at your own lives, okay? Take a good long look at your life. I used to do time management workshops. And I used to link it up with your priorities. And when I used to ask them, I said, make a chart. 24-hour day. Account from morning when you're getting up to going to sleep. Account how you spend your day. And everyone will come back. So, this 3-4 hours, I don't know where it has gone. 3-4 hours are missing. And they would put commuting also 1 hour, commuting morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour. Oh, fine. Bombay. Of course, commuting takes time. Put all that. But still 3-4 hours where I have the free time according to this, but I don't know where it has gone. That's the time you have been lazing around. That's the time you have been channel surfing. That's the time you have been on social media. I mean, all of us are on social media. I don't post much, but I look at what all my friends post. And I comment on some of them also. But how long? 3-4 hours into entertainment, social media, etc. And then telling me you don't have time. On social media, I put up at least 3 videos in a week, each video about an hour long. Have you all seen it? Those who have missed a class have seen it because it's there. That is purposeful using of the social media. You're using it very purposefully. Yeah. Because if people miss, they can catch up there. People who can't attend a class can catch up there. That's good. So, sannyasa yoga yate shuddha sattvaha te paranta kale. What do you mean paranta kale? Final end. As I said, we don't have final ends. We are born, we leave our body to go to another dimension, come back and pick up another body. And the story goes on. Never ending story. Until when? Until you know the truth. And once you know the truth, what happens? That is called parantakala, final resolution. Te brahmalokeshu, in brahmaloka. Brahmaloka meaning Brahma eva lokaha brahmaloka is not a place. Brahman itself is your world. The world is nothing but Brahman. In that Brahman, okay. Paramrutat parimuchanti sarve. Everything is given up. Everything is given up. Why? Your body, mind, etc., everything drops. You remain nothing as Brahman itself. Yeah, Punjabication, you have a question?
Swamiji, here Parantakali, you should take it as at the time of realization.
No, it is taken as when the wise person dies. Yeah, when the wise person drops his body. Yeah. Final departure. That's why we're talking about it as a final this thing. See, looking at it, when the wise person was alive, he knew he was nothing but Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. He knew that. But because of prarabdha, the body was continuing. I won't say there is prarabdha for a wise person. But I would say the prarabdha was there for the body. And the body will continue as long as that fate is there. As long as the fate is there, that given mind also will be connected with the body. And in that mind, the consciousness is manifest. That's what we call a person, a jiva. Now that person understands I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. But the body and mind is continuing, let it continue. Only then you can enjoy Jivan Mukta. No? It is like going back and confronting your childhood problems, childhood issues, with the maturity and knowledge of your today. मजा आएगा ना? It will be great fun. Imagine confronting all your childhood issues with the maturity and knowledge that you have today. That's exactly Jivan Mukta. Okay? Jivan Mukta's life is like that. Then what happens? Prarabdha over, the body drops. Mind, etc., resolved into pure consciousness because there is no need for that mind anymore. Then what happens to a wise person? Remains as pure consciousness.
Or any specific reason why is he calling as Parantakali and not Antakali, Swamiji?
Because after that there is no further birth.
Okay.
Paramantam, yeah, absolute end, no? Final, the final end, not temporary ends. Temporary ends.
So we should not take it at the time of realization.
No, that is not meant in this verse.
Okay.
Yeah, because here Shankara is also clear. Parantakale meaning departure, final death. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah, he has taken it like that. Though some people do try to say it is at time of realization. We are talking about the death of a wise person. And deliberately using the word death and not samadhi, etc., because people may misunderstand samadhi to be something else. So I don't want that type of misunderstanding coming in. So the wise man drops his body. That's what happens. When the prarabdha for the body and mind is over, then what? It's over. Nothing left. Purpose of life fulfilled. So what happens? You remain as pure consciousness. So the wise person is not born again, no. So there are people, when you hear this, like my friend's kid sister. Okay. My friend is a sannyasi like me. Okay. Her sister is telling her, I don't want moksha now. I want to come back for 2-3 more lifetimes to enjoy life. And my friend is asking me, what do I tell my sister? I said, nothing. Let her go through life experiences. No? Number one. If you at all you want to tell her something, ask, why do you want to enjoy life? So that you want to be happy, fulfilled. No? I am giving you the direct road to be happy and fulfilled. No, but I want to be happy like this. Go ahead. In Hindi we have a statement na, maar kha ke sikh jayega.
Swamiji,
Yeah.
Is there any difference between when you say Dhira and Jivan Mukta? Like a wise person is a Dhira.
Yeah. I would take Meera as a wise person. Yeah.
Is it the same as Jivan Mukta or no, there's a
It-
difference?
See, when the wise person is alive, it is called Jivan Mukti.
Yeah, then
When the wise person dies, it is called Videha Mukti.
yeah, that I know.
Yeah. So between Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti, this is it. Now Videha Mukti, when you are using technical terms, थोड़ा careful होना चाहिए. In Videha Mukti, there is also something known as Krama Mukti. Krama means in stages. Okay? That Krama Mukti is living, you are studying Vedanta. You studied it pretty well, but not enough. Not enough. You studied pretty well, but not enough. So if you are a yoga prashta, no problems, you will take another another birth, and in that birth you will pick up the connection and get free. This is normal. Okay, yeah. This is normal. Like my little one is starting early in this lifetime. Yeah. This is normal. If you have gone before you could get the truth, the next lifetime you will pick it up again. You will be an early starter next lifetime. In your 20s, 30s, you are all into that. But if you have studied a little bit more than that, only some final little bit was left, then they say you will get Krama Mukti. What is Krama Mukti? You will go to Brahmaloka, the 7th heaven of delight. Okay. So you will go to Brahmaloka. There what? There you have a lot of people like you. First you will be blaming yourself a little bit. Arey yaar, thoda or effort if I had put in, I would have been free. Now I am stuck here in this loka. Correct? You are stuck in that loka. How long? Until the end of the kalpa and Brahmaji's job is over. Shiva has taken over to resolve the whole creation. That time Brahma gets some time. Brahmaji gets some time and says, okay, sit down. I'll teach you all now. And then taught by Brahmaji, the person gains moksha. But if you have lived a few thousand years in Brahmaloka, enjoying life there, unless you have kept your focus properly, gadbad ho jayega udhar. Why? Before Brahmaji was here free, you are discussing with everyone all these things, okay? And you are enjoying life also. Few thousand years of pleasure, and Brahmaji is teaching and somebody is passing. Wow. I mean, naturally, in Brahmaloka, polyamorous, etc. is normal, okay? You look, Brahmaji is saying, you are Brahman, this thing is explaining. You are Ananda, that person is Ananda. गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. Next lifetime, next kalpa you are born again. But if you have kept your focus, etc., taught by Brahmaji, you will gain your freedom. Moksha. Then when the kalpa, the creation is resolved, you will remain as pure consciousness. That is it. अरे ये lifetime में मिल सकता था. But Brahmavidya was not enough for you. You wanted Brahmaji himself. मैं क्या करूँ? I'll say go. I'll say go. So that is Krama Mukti. So understand now. Jivan Mukti, you have liberated living. Videha Mukti is generally used when the wise person dies. In between there is another alternative of Krama Mukti also. Of going to Brahmaloka and all that thing. Okay. So that is because there all these things are there in the Shastra, I am telling you that. Krama Mukti, don't even rely on it, forget it. Okay. Yeah. It's not a very stable thing to try for it. Try right here now, I want to get it. If it doesn't happen, okay. Fine. Very often when you are learning, and if your teacher has been teaching for some time, okay, you will find, oh, my teacher is a great soul, yeah, you look up. There's almost a tendency to put him on a pedestal. For my students, it is difficult because when they try to put me on a pedestal, I'll crack some really nutty joke. And say, oh my God, ये क्या बात कर रहा है करके. हाँ, because I don't want to be put on a pedestal. So I'll talk some crap like that. Then, but you find that, oh my God, to be like that will take me so many years, so many lifetimes. Not really. Not really. I want you all to be clear about this. When I was studying in the ashram, they declared the state of emergency. Indira Gandhi, stupid lady, declared a state of emergency. So, I was excused from my contract to go and study in the ashram. But because of the state of emergency, I had to make a voyage. So I was down in the dumps. In fact, I would even consider the possibility of disappearing into the Himalayas. Who will find me there? But then I won't be studying from a guru, I'll be studying from somebody else. So I told him, Swamiji, I'll have to make this voyage. 6 months I will miss the course. I will never get another chance to study like this. He says, don't worry. I will ensure that you get. Relief. So I said, Swamiji, even if I get 10% of what you have now, I will consider my life made. He said, why 10%? 100%. I thought at that time you were saying just to encourage me. Honestly. But 20 years down the line, when I am looking back, I am saying, yeah, that is true. He ensured I got it. Not 10%. 100%. Of course, my teacher was still head and shoulders above all of us. That's a different thing. But the fact that basic thing that your consciousness was clear, it doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that long. That's why don't just go about worshipping a teacher. That once in a year you can do, Guru Purnima. Okay. We're celebrating it on July 2nd. I'll put it up in the class groups also. Other days, relate to him normally, study, understand. Think, if he can get it, so can I. Yeah. Hey, I was born ignorant. My teacher was born ignorant. My grand guru was born ignorant. His guru was born, everyone was born ignorant. And we all gained it in the lifetime. No? So we can do it, why can't you? कि हम लोग कुछ आसमान से टपका है क्या? I must put it in Typical Hindi, only then it makes sense. No? Swamiji, it looks like that Asman se tapka hai. Everyone Asman se tapka hai into this life, okay? So get that thing clear, Therefore, Parantakale Parimuchanti Sarve. Then he is saying what happens. When you say Parimuchanti Sarve, what does that mean? He gives up everything. What does that mean here? Gataha Kalaha Panchadasa Pratishta Devascha Sarve Pratidevatasu Karmani Vijnana Mayascha Atma Pare Avyave Sarve Eki Bhavanti. Gatakala, sorry, not Kala, Kala. What is Kala? The parts that make up your personality. A part is called a Kala. Your Pancha Pranas, etc., Pancha Indriyas, Pancha Pranas. All the Pancha Pranas, etc., gone, dissolved. Then Panchadasha Pratishta. 15. Pancha Jnani Indriya, Pancha Karma Indriya, Pancha Prana. All that what? Devascha Sarve Prati Devatasu. Devas are your, like, your eyes are lit by what? What is the Devata behind your eyes? Tattva Bodha. Huh? Surya. So the light here, the Devata that is present in your eyes, resolved into Surya Devata. The Devatas of your eyes, the Dik Devatas, resolved into space. Ashwini Kumaras, into the total Ashwini Kumaras. Agni, Vayu, etc., all in their respective this they go. Meaning your whole personality is resolved into the totality. Gata Kalaha Panchadasha Pratishta Devas Sarve Prati Devatas. Because your eyes and all has a presiding deity. All of them goes back into the presiding deity. Karmani Vijnana Manaschatma. Karmani, your karmas. Vijnanamayam. Your intellect, which is taken as Atma generally. Because the consciousness manifest in the Vijnanamayam is what you consider. In your intellect is what you consider the ego, the ahankara. Because the conceptual self. No? Ego is what your conceptual self. Concept is in your thinking. All of them what? Pare Avyaye Sarva Eki Bhavanti. They all resolve into that one totality, one consciousness alone. What are you? Consciousness. That you knew while you are living. So on death, what happens to you? I'm gone? Shunya? No. No Shunya. You remain as consciousness itself. Living, you knew your consciousness, but there was an apparent difference because of the body, mind, etc. Dying, this is gone. You remain as pure consciousness alone. There is no coming and going. All coming and going happens in you. This is it. This is when because people have this question, what happens when a wise person dies? What happens? This is what happens. So what should you do? Ensure you are a wise person first. Death baad mein dekhega. When a wise person dies, you will know when you die what will happen anyway. If you are not a wise person, you will know what happens when you are. You will come out of the body and say, "Arey, main kidhar hu? Udhar bhi hai, idhar bhi hai." No, that is gone. I can't get back into that body. So now let me go. Guru बोला था, बेटा पढ़ो, वेदांत का थोड़ा ध्यान करो, जप करो, तप करो, ध्यान करो, सब बोला था, लेकिन किया नहीं ना. अभी पछता, अभी now what to do next life. So you'll go ahead on your journey, wherever loka, this, that, etc. For the good that you have done, you need a break. Life was tough for you. So you take a break. Then, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Janani Jatare Shayanam. Again you are in the womb of a woman. Then you are born. Then growing up, all childhood issues come up. Because no one knows perfect parenting anyway. There is nothing like perfect parenting. So some childhood issues will always be there. some identity crisis, all that is part of the game of growing up. Then you are an adult. Your previous samskaras hopefully will bring you to Vedanta, and you'll pick up the thread again. If you don't know the truth. If you know the truth, no problems. I was consciousness before, I am consciousness now. Mastram, okay, badhiya. That's the ultimate Mastram Baba, okay. That's why in North India, if you go to Kedarnath, they won't say Lord Shiva, etc. Babaji. Speak to the local pandits and pandas and all, they'll say Babaji. Why Mastram Baba, okay, badhiya. Pure consciousness. And what is the idol there anyway? It's a mountain peak, okay? It's a peak of a mountain. Yeah. The mountain peak is the idol. So, Mastram Baba, okay, baith jao, because you know the truth. Okay. You are the truth. Brahmavid, Brahmaiva Bhavati. The knower of Brahman is Brahman. Bhavati is, present tense singular. Knower of Brahman is Brahman. Not become Brahman. There is no becoming. Becoming is samsara. So, Brahmavid, Brahmaiva Bhavati. Knower of Brahman is Brahman. That's it. और क्या है? What else do you need anyway? Isn't this good enough? Oh, yeah. Somebody, but life has to go on. Yeah, go have your dinner. It's 8 o'clock anyway. Okay, so good place to stop. Om Tat Sat.